Hey beauties, my name is Dlamini and welcome to my channel. If you're new to the channel, you're so very welcome, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. Today I have a sit down video and a chit chat with you guys on lessons that I've learned since entering my 30s. It's also lessons that I'm taking from my 20s, which are so important, but I have a lot to share with you guys. So please do watch, leave a comment in the comment section, like, comment and subscribe, and we're going to have this conversation as I do my hair. I got this hair a while back from San Hair, which I really love. I really love and enjoy their hair. So I hope that you guys enjoy the video, and I will catch you in the next clip. I've moisturized my hair. I use, let me go to my trusted bag of cosmetics. I put everything in this bag. So I do use Native Child, this whipped shea butter. So if you do know me, you know that I really enjoy this shea butter. One of the first things I've really learned in my 30s is that it is really important to know yourself and know what you want, and in that way you're not compromising yourself in life and you're not putting up with situations that you really wouldn't. And this applies in every single situation that you might find yourself in, a lot of relationships that you might find yourself in, work situations. I straightened my wig before so that I'm not spending a lot of time styling it. I'm really enjoying a straight look this winter. So I just tied back a bit loose so that I can lift it up and apply the glue. I think this should be fine from, but damn. It does have a white cast, so I just put makeup on the lace itself. But talking about knowing yourself, for me, it's even from a work context, I know that I can't do work that is repetitive. I think I would evaporate. I would really evaporate. So this is a Ghost Bond glue. It works really well in the winter. I do find that this works way much more in colder seasons. It doesn't lift as much. I'm gonna have a longer install with this one compared to the other lace glues. The consistency is a little wetter than what I remember it to be, but let's see how it goes. But for me, jobs that or a day where I'm repeating myself every day, I think I would really perish. And I had an experience at work where I had to sit into some sessions, and I'm just like, I could never be a trainer, because what do you mean I have to say this? I have to say the same thing over and over again the entire week. What do you mean? What does that mean? I can't do it. So I know that about myself. I know that, you know, going into the place of work, or maybe looking for a new job, or maybe even trying to pivot, it's not something that it's definitely something I would check for myself, that I am not expected to do the same thing over and over again. And I really am grateful that my job offers me an opportunity to be creative and also just have control over what I'm doing every day and the type of work that I deliver. It's quite creative, it's quite individualistic. You know, everybody has their own way of delivering. So that is something that I truly am grateful for. But yeah, it's important to know yourself, and then just other categories, you know what you like, know what you don't like, and you don't put up with things that don't make sense for you, and don't compromise your peace for the sake of others as well. I go in with another layer so that it hopefully holds in longer. It's starting to feel tacky as well, which is good. It'll have a good hold, but I just go in with another layer so that we can have longevity. Another thing that I've learned is that no one is watching, and that's so contradictory, because I am on social media, I'm on YouTube, I share my life, but really nobody's looking. And especially when you're going through things everybody is focused on themselves. Like nobody is thinking to themselves, oh my goodness, did you see that she's now wearing a top from GRWM and she's not wearing a top from GRWM? Like, really, people who are focused on doing better things with their lives, they're not really paying attention to what is happening. And it's so easy to fall into the trap of, oh no, I can't, adjust my life because people know me as a person who wears this, or people know me as a person who eats from here. I also have myself a little drink. So yeah, people know me as a person who does this, and you end up not giving yourself opportunities to grow, giving yourself opportunities to restart, because that's the thing about life. There's a start, there's a restart. You have to go back, learn your lessons. It's a back and forth, and it's healthy, it's good, it happens to everyone. So really, nobody's watching. Do your own thing, go according to what you're trying to achieve. You have your own plan. Nobody has insights on what your plan is, and just follow through on that. People are really just focused on their own things. They're not focused on you. Believe me, they don't care. What I always struggle with is measuring where the glue ends and where the lace will stop. And then I find myself having that lace lifting, but always just trying to make sure that it's tacky and it's leaving like the white is gone, so that you're not applying the lace on wet glue. But then I just go and lay it. I know other people like to do one side at a time, but gosh, I'm always in a rush. Ask me why I'm always in a rush. Namangas. But yeah, I think it should hold. Okay. It helps to have the right tools. I don't have all of the right tools, but applying a wig with your fingers, I feel like the glue attaches to the fingers and then it lifts every time you try to pat it down. So I use a comb to just lay the front parts, which are the most difficult parts to lay. As you can see, even though the glue was like here, it's still not sticking. So I'm just gonna try and stick that down. The lesson I've learned in my 30s is that it is so important to develop yourself, formally, informally. We are a work in progress all the time. I think the only time we will get to just rest is in our final resting place. But you are a work in progress all the time. And if that means going back for your qualification, to finish your qualification that you'd paused, if it means doing a certificate in something that you are currently involved in, either at work or something that you're interested in, a cooking course, something that you can do with your hands, and the opportunity, or the good thing about that is that you can create your passions or turn your passions into income. Not everything needs to be a money-making scheme, but if you're passionate about something, it really doesn't feel like work. So I think it's really, really important to develop ourselves. If you're in the corporate space, that qualifications do say a lot and give you leverage, especially if you're trying to maybe negotiate higher salary or move up the ladder. So like paying attention to what skills are needed in your area and how you can best improve is really, really important, and it can really get you into the spaces that you're trying to get in. So I definitely think that developing yourself is so important. It could even be the information that you consume, because you don't always need to go for a formal qualification, but there are things that you can do, people that you can listen to that can open up your mind and just help you just navigate things better. So let's develop ourselves. It's so important. It looks good on you if you are improving yourself, working on yourself, and not be complacent when things feel like they're stuck, because you're not actively pouring into yourself. So it's so attractive, it's so empowering to improve yourself, read more, talk to more people. It's so good. It's so good. Ghost Bond, sweetie, you are the girl that you think you are. All the lace is really white. Don't worry, it's gonna make sense in the end. But now I'm just going to lay it down. I use the stocking now. I used to use the tension band. There's no really specific reason why I stopped. I think one of them went loose and I just reached for a stocking in my wardrobe, and that's why we have this now. So another lesson that I've learned is that relationships, it's really a mirror, and it's such a eye-opening encounter. You know, I'm gonna speak specifically around relationships. You know, you can walk around for the longest time thinking that you're Patty or Pretty Miss Perfect, who does no wrong, but wrong doesn't have to be like unaliving someone or cheating on someone, or you know, it could be the really small things where you're just like, oh, okay, I'm quite, you know, individualistic in this thing. I need to do better because now it's a partnership. You know, the way that you think, the way that you move, your considerations for other people. This is also like in friendships, in family dynamics. It's so important to step out of yourself and understand that yes, you might have your own needs, and please don't neglect your needs, don't neglect your wants. Back to what we said in the beginning, don't neglect your wants, but be in a position to compromise, be in a position to understand that a person can't read your mind, a person didn't grow up with you, so they don't understand the way that you think. So it's an opportunity for you to communicate better. It's an opportunity for you to understand other people and be not tolerant but accommodating of other people's thoughts, actions and interests as well, and find a way to support someone, even though, you know, it might not be the thing that you're really into, but find a way to support the person in your life. So that's really something that I am learning, and it's good. It's good for self-awareness. It's good for people to see that, you know, in as much as you're a good person, it's not that you're a bad person, but when you are now with a person or another human being who has their own thoughts, their own feelings and way of moving in life, it takes action, it takes work, and it takes intentionality to bring those two worlds together. Even from a friendship perspective, you know, I had this conversation with my friend that, you know, we're sort of moving away from a communal structure for different relationships. You know, a friend can drive up to your house, ring the doorbell, oh hey, I wasn't expecting you, oh yeah, I'm here, and chill. Now we are becoming a bit more individualistic and people are in their own corners, so we have to be very conscious and intentional about how we navigate our relationships, our friendships, so that we are not drifting away from the people that are important to us. But yeah, the relationships, really just put up a mirror and say, sweetie, you got a lot to work on. You have got a lot to work on yourself, doll. But it's good. It's good. It's good growth. It's good learnings. It's good to understand all of these things, because that's life, man. That's life. Building relationships. It's an important social skill to have, to be able to coexist with other people, even though maybe you're not you don't agree on everything, but find a way, find a middle ground. But in all of it, don't lose yourself. Try not to lose yourself. Like, there's nothing worse than trying to prove your worth in a space, or prove your worth to people. Like, nothing good will come out of that. So find your people and find a way to work with your people. So I also just wanted to show you guys the products that I use. So I did show you what I use for my natural hair underneath. So I always make sure that I moisturize my hair underneath when I'm going to put my wig on. This is just to help to not have it be dry, especially now in winter. It's really dry, so everything is extra dry, so you have to extra moisturize. But I use this wax stick, I think, for wig wearers. A lot of people will be familiar with this one, but it helps just laying the front and not have it be bumpy. So when I was straightening in the front, I just made sure that I use this wax stick. The most important thing that you could ever have if you are a wig wearer or have extensions is heat defense. Heat spray is really good. I think the front part of my hair, like the lace parts, lace is always more sensitive than the bundles. So I think I did start straightening my hair without heat defense and it scorched my hair, so it is damaged, but I'm just actively trying to fix that. But heat defense is the best thing that you can ever do for your hair. Please don't put heat on your hair without heat spray. But another controversy that I have is just like these salons that we go to, how do you justify using like a pea-size amount of heat defense on my hair? Because after a while I was just like, but my hair is getting damaged, but I see you putting this heat defense, but it's not enough. You need to lather that thing and protect your hair. So another thing that I've recently gotten into is moisturizing my wig. So I use this argan hair oil, and it's really helping. My wig was feeling very stiff and it just wasn't moving. It wasn't looking nice, it wasn't looking shiny. So this helps with shine. It also helps with just keeping the hair flowing and looking healthy. But also from washing it, I use Pantene, and the type of conditioner that I would use is a sort of like strengthening, if it has those words like strengthening, defense, those type of words. I think it helps because, you know, wigs go through a lot. So that's the type of conditioners and shampoos that I would normally gravitate to. Another thing that is so important that I've learned, exposure is really important to your own personal development. You need to expose yourself to a lot of different things that life has to offer, especially if you have the opportunity to, and you need to be bold enough to also take opportunities that offer themselves to be exposed. I think, you know, the saying that life is for the living is true. We have to be in this world, we have to live. Really good to expose yourself. I know I like nice things, I like, you know, living a certain type of way, so I need to do the research. I need to step out of myself to improve myself, to expose myself to the things that I want. And that's, I think life just gets better that way, it improves that way. But hand in hand with that is, it requires hard work. Similar conversation that, you know, nobody is coming to save you. It all depends on you. It all depends on your hard work. It all depends on you taking it seriously. So, you know, you can do something and be complacent in the process, but if you're not willing to put in the work for the things that you want, you're doing yourself such a disservice. And another thing, my boyfriend shared a video with me that speaks to, you know, the gifts and blessings that God gives us, right? Other people are blessed and fortunate to never have to work a day in their life, and you're seeing this person who gets given money, and, you know, things feel like they're coming easy. And it's just like, Isabelo sabo na boleso, you know, it's their gift. It's God saying that you'll never have you'll never ever have to work a day in your life, but you will have everything that you need, and that's their blessing. And other people, like for me, I've come to realize and learn over time is that I have to work. I have to work for the things that I want. I have to work for the things that I need. So God makes it easy for me to work for the things that I need. So guys, what I'm doing now is that I'm putting my powder. Oh, girl is shaky, but I'm putting my powder. I've tried to find a powder that's the closest to my skin tone, but this just helps with the whiteness of the lace. But yeah, it's everybody is given a gift, and I've come to learn that mine is to work, and I can't shortcut my way through life, and that is okay. That is really, really okay. Fortunately enough, you know, I think I have a good work ethic. I understand that things in life come from work, so I don't anticipate people coming to do things for me, or coming to, you know, solve my problems or take things off my plate. But yeah, that's really, really important to understand. But expose yourself to things, give yourself the opportunity. Another one example, and Untitled actually mentioned it also on their show, is that, you know, when you're going on a flight, similar to what Steve Harvey said, if you're going on a flight and you're just like, oh, let me push myself to first class or business class, and it feels nice, it trains your brain. Like Steve Harvey said, it trains your brain to say that, oh, this is nice. And then you're going to find a lot of ways to get yourself in that same situation or same opportunity again. So let's not take shortcuts in life. Those are not the best for everyone. Like, I think the message is, let's stop using other people's blueprint as our own. We all have different lives, we all have different goals. You might look at someone and be like, I want to be in this career path, I want to make this type of money, I want to live like this. The ways of you getting to that thing are not going to be the same, and you need to accept if you have to grind for you to get it. It's okay. It's important to know what you want and expose yourself to it, take the opportunities, but also understand that the path to that is never going to be the same as the next person. Use my face mask to wipe off the residue. But lastly for today, you know, another thing is, you will never heal if you're still waiting for people to apologize. Like, healing starts with you, and you will always be stuck in one spot in life if you are constantly waiting for people to say certain words to you. Yes, you deserve an apology. We all deserve an apology, and it does help to reconcile your feelings and, you know, help you process better, and it helps if it's received. But if it doesn't, that is not an invitation for you to stop living life. It is not, you know, the sounding alarm for you to then stop living and chasing whatever you feel that people need to say to you in order for you to heal. That is dangerous. It is gonna delay you in life. Not everybody sees the things that you see. Not everybody processes the way that you process. So having that expectation is really going to slow you down. So if you do get hurt, take that as a lesson, as something also that you will learn from your side, to say that, okay, I know I won't tolerate this because I've gone through this, and that is okay, that is a life lesson, and move on from it. Because the more you carry hatred, or the more you carry disappointment or resentment for people, when they're moving on with their lives. Another thing, if you don't communicate certain things to people, they will never know. Sometimes a person can step on your foot and they're not aware. And when you're busy, they're grumpy and angry. It's like, they step on my foot and never said sorry. High chances are they didn't even know. So it's so important to learn that for yourself. Healing comes from you, it doesn't come from other people. If the apology comes, great. If it doesn't, great. But what are you doing to get yourself out of that headspace and moving on with life? Okay, we tried with this lace, but this is the final look. I'm not wearing makeup today, which is fun. It's just the weekend. I just wanted my hair to be on point, which I think we've achieved that. The 30s are a great period. I'm still in the beginning of my 30s, so it is a time to now lay proper foundations for the future. You have 10 years and then you're in your 40s, and you can't live like you didn't know that your 40s are coming, right? Or your 50s are coming, or your 60s are coming. So this is a very critical time, but a great time because there's self-awareness, there is growth, there are lessons, and you're navigating life from a point of view of hopefully growth, improvement, learning, and being willing to change. I think that's so important, being willing to change and adapt to the circumstances and cards that you're dealt with in life. So yeah, I hope that you guys enjoyed. Do drop me a comment in the comment section. Tell a friend to tell a friend that Spotlight has a channel. Thank you for chilling with me. I'm gonna head on out and enjoy the Saturday. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.